In South Africa, history has a way of resurfacing, and few events in its post-apartheid narrative have left as deep and enduring a mark as the case of Fezekile Ntsukela Kuzwayo, known to the public by her pseudonym, Khwezi. Her story, which involves accusations of rape against former President Jacob Zuma, has long been a touchstone for conversations about power, gender-based violence, and justice in the nation. Recent comments by President Cyril Ramaphosa have reignited this debate, shedding new light on a case that continues to polarize and provoke strong reactions. The controversy dates back to 2005, a time when Zuma was not just any political figure but the Deputy President of South Africa, a man positioned to become one of the most powerful leaders in the country. Khwezi, who had known Zuma since her childhood, accused him of raping her at his home in Johannesburg. The allegations shocked the nation. Zuma, a towering figure in the African National Congress (ANC) and a veteran of the struggle against apartheid, was seen by many as a man above reproach. What followed was one of the most high-profile trials in South Africa's history. The courtroom became a battleground, not just for legal arguments but for the soul of a nation grappling with its values and its past. Khwezi's testimony was harrowing. She described in detail the events of the night, recounting how a trusted family friend violated her trust and her body. Yet, in a society still emerging from the shadows of patriarchy and oppression, her words were met with skepticism and hostility. Zuma's defense painted a different picture. He claimed that the encounter was consensual and that he had no intention of harming Khwezi. His legal team attacked her credibility, suggesting that she had ulterior motives. The trial became a spectacle, with intense media coverage and public protests. Outside the courthouse, supporters of both Zuma and Khwezi clashed, reflecting a nation deeply divided over issues of justice, power, and gender. In 2006, Zuma was acquitted of the charges. The court found that the evidence was insufficient to convict him, and the judge concluded that Khwezi's account was not credible beyond a reasonable doubt. Zuma's supporters celebrated the verdict as a vindication, while many others saw it as a failure of the justice system to protect survivors of sexual violence. The trial left Khwezi deeply scarred. She faced relentless harassment and threats, forcing her to leave South Africa and live in exile for several years. Khwezi's story did not end there. In the years that followed, she became a symbol of resilience and the struggles faced by survivors of sexual violence. Her life was a testament to the courage it takes to speak out against powerful figures, even when the odds are stacked against you. Tragically, Khwezi passed away in 2016, but her legacy endures. Her case continues to be a reference point in discussions about gender-based violence in South Africa. Fast forward to November 2024, when President Cyril Ramaphosa made a statement that sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Speaking at a public forum, Ramaphosa acknowledged his belief that Khwezi had indeed been raped by Zuma. This was a significant departure from the usual cautious language employed by South African leaders when addressing sensitive issues. Ramaphosa's remarks were not just a personal opinion, they were a declaration that sought to validate the experiences of survivors and challenge the culture of silence and impunity. Ramaphosa's comments have drawn a wide range of reactions. Advocacy groups and women's rights organizations have praised his courage, seeing it as a long overdue acknowledgement of the pain and trauma that Khwezi and countless other survivors have endured. Mboli Ndlovu, a spokesperson for a prominent women's rights group, described Ramaphosa's statement as a pivotal moment in the fight against gender-based violence. For the president to say this, she noted, is to affirm the truth of so many survivors whose voices have been silenced. However, not everyone has welcomed Ramaphosa's candor. Within the ANC, Zuma remains a polarizing figure with a loyal following. Some party members have criticized Ramaphosa, accusing him of undermining the principle of presumption of innocence and reopening old wounds. This has the potential to deepen existing divisions within the ANC, a party already grappling with internal conflicts and factionalism. Critics argue that Ramaphosa's statement could be seen as politically motivated, aimed at weakening Zuma's influence within the party. Beyond the political implications, Ramaphosa's remarks have also sparked a broader conversation about South Africa's handling of gender-based violence. Despite various initiatives and policies aimed at addressing the issue, the country continues to struggle with alarmingly high rates of sexual violence. Many believe that systemic changes are needed to ensure that survivors receive the support and justice they deserve. Ramaphosa's statement may signal a shift in how the government approaches these issues, but the road ahead remains challenging. The significance of Ramaphosa's comments lies not only in what he said but also in the timing. South Africa is at a crossroads, facing economic challenges, political instability, and social unrest. In such a context, the president's willingness to speak openly about a contentious issue can be seen as an attempt to foster a more honest and inclusive national dialogue. Whether this will translate into concrete action and lasting change is a question that only time will answer. As the nation grapples with the implications of Ramaphosa's statement, it is clear that Khwezi's story continues to resonate. Her case serves as a reminder of the courage it takes to confront powerful figures and the systemic barriers that survivors of sexual violence often face. It also highlights the need for a society that listens to and supports survivors, ensuring that their voices are not drowned out by those who seek to discredit or silence them. In the end, the legacy of Khwezi and the broader fight against gender-based violence is not just about one case or one individual. It is about building a society where justice and accountability are not reserved for the powerful but are accessible to all. As South Africa reflects on this moment, it is an opportunity to recommit to the values of dignity, equality, and justice for all. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think South Africa can better support survivors of gender-based violence? We'd love to hear your perspectives. Until next time, stay safe and take care.